Kelly, Lewis, and Rick, and we are asking the question, what is something about yourself that sounds made up but is real? And you can text in at 99700. We've already gotten a ton. Kelly was trying to think about something during the break. I could have said I won $21,000 playing fantasy football. That sounds made up. That's
a great one.
But it happened this year, damn it.
All right, here's mine. I was in 2 episodes of the TV show Dynasty in 1989, its final season.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yes. And an episode of China Beach, too.
China Beach.
Yep.
Look at that.
And I was supposed to be in an episode of MacGyver, but they had delayed production for a day, and it messed up our schedule.
We
so I
talked
couldn't do
about
it.
this. I was so bummed. You were going to be with MacGyver. That dude
I
was
did get
legit.
to meet MacGyver. I have a picture with MacGyver, but I did not get to be in MacGyver.
And we're talking about the real MacGyver, not the new school MacGyver. We're talking about Richard Dean M.F. and Anderson.
That's right, baby.
Although he's a man of God, so I don't know that he would say Richard Dean M.F. and Anderson, but I am.
Yeah, I don't know what else. Oh, Madden 2001. EA Sports had me ranked number 1 in the world I held on to it about 5 to 6 weeks.
I love that. That's a cool story.
That was man, was I ever wrapped up in that game? My gosh. It was endless. Lewis, you got anything?
I don't have anything as cool as you guys do.
It doesn't have to be anything about famous people. It doesn't have to be,
I shared a Coke with Bon Jovi.
That's okay.
Out of the same glass?
Jon Bon Jovi.
Or the same can?
You guys drank out of the same can of Coke?
You said you shared a Coke. So.
I guess technically. I mean, we talked for a second. This was pre...
I mean, your lips were where his lips were on that can of Coke?
You enjoyed a can of Coke along with Bon Jovi.
I enjoyed a can of Coke with Jon Bon Jovi. I was in... God, I would have been in high school, or maybe just out of high school. A friend of mine, and I'm a comic book guy too, but a friend of mine is a diehard Spawn comic book fan. Todd McFarlane is the artist of Spawn, and he sponsored a semi-pro hockey team that was in Detroit. And we drove up to meet Todd McFarlane and get a comic book signed. And while we were staying in the Novi Hilton, it happened to be the same night that Bon Jovi was playing a concert, and I was somehow on the same floor, or we were somehow on the same floor that he was. He was trying to get a Coke out of the vending machine in the hallway, and his dollar would not work. So I bought
Lewis
him.
to the rescue.
How about that?
Very nice.
I bought
That's
Jon
cool.
Bon Jovi a can of Coke.
Now, Trisha bought an entire car with money earned by giving blood plasma. She said, granted, it was a 10-year-old used Ford Explorer, but hey, it's something. I called it the Bloodmobile. Chuck said, I flipped off Michael Jordan to his face, LOL. I want to know why. Where and how did that happen? Why would you flip off Michael Jordan? Maybe you're a Cavs fan and you just lost? I don't know.
Joe claims that he had the original idea back in 2008 for a business that you would pick up food from anywhere and deliver it to anyone who ordered it. So he had the original, Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cafe Courier. Remember that was the
Yes, I remember Cafe Courier. Man, you should have done something with that, man.
Matt said he nearly died 3 times. I have almost died twice. I need to know your story, Matt. Hit us up.
Shelby says, hi, me and my boyfriend were born, or my boyfriend and I, she said proper English, were born on the same day, about 4 hours apart, both here in Columbus, different hospitals, but we ended up at a lot of the same summer camps and went to schools down the street from each other, but didn't meet until about 3 years ago on a dating app. That's pretty wild, Shelby. Very cool.
Step off. Joe said, my elementary school speech therapy teacher was David Hasselhoff's sister.
Oh, that's neat.
She would give out autographed pictures of him as rewards. David Hasselhoff.
Wow.
That's Lieutenant Mitch Buchanan from Baywatch. Michael Knight from Knight Rider. The guy who got drunk on his hotel room floor and mauled a cheeseburger in front of his daughter. David Hasselhoff.
Guy who gets millions of views singing the cheesiest songs you ever heard on YouTube.
He's huge in Germany, and I'm not lying about that.
Okay, Bob says at his friend's bachelor party, he got so trashed and passed out, they bought him a Greyhound bus ticket to Cleveland, put him on the bus while he was passed out, then took his wallet, so he had to bum change for a phone call.
Well, who lets somebody put a passed out person on a bus?
I don't know, man.
Jeez.
Maybe you like what about Bob? What's it called? Where they had the dead guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
They Weekend at Bernie's him. So
Right, had sunglasses on. He's this person didn't leave a name. Says my husband was shot 16 times in a carjacking and left to bleed to death 3 years ago. He lived. He's okay.
Whoa.
He's okay.
What the heck?
Man. Julia won a vacation to Maui from the Kelly Clarkson show during COVID. Virtual audience, randomly selected. Did not think that happened to real people.
Okay, that is cool as heck.
That's super cool.
A virtual Kelly Clarkson audience member
Yes.
right here
Yes.
in good old Columbus.
How about that?
That's pretty neat.
That's pretty cool.
My gosh. Sarah opened for Sheryl Crow at the Lancaster Festival.
What?
How about that?
That is really neat. You guys have some good stories.
No kidding. Did you guys talk about Derek's?
I don't. What was it?
Josh from Bad Flower?
No.
Josh from Bad Flower came off stage and handed him the mic, which would have been really cool.
James T says, my emotions cause computers to start acting up. I don't know. I'm thinking that's a joke. I still want to know why Chuck flipped off Michael Jordan.
Laura said her great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was Ed Miller in the Jesse James gang. The legendary Wild West outlaw.
Oh.
That's kind of a cool connection.
Jennifer had a tarantula as a pet as a kid.
Dude, this is straight Game of Thrones stuff. Brian Charles said, I don't really have anything unbelievable. Maybe the fact that I hunt using hawks and falcons while I ride on horseback. Dude, that's straight like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Legit.
That's awesome.
Winter is coming, Battle of the Bastards stuff.
Natasha says she had to remove her mom's IV because they forgot to at the hospital when they discharged her. And when they got home, the IV was still in her arm.
Oh.
She had to take it out.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Rebecca had coffee with Batman, Adam West.
Oh, neat.
Laura Williams says, I am a witch. I have been out of the broom closet for only 2 years. Now my family is full of wizards and witches.
Someone said they didn't go trick-or-treating until they were 19.
Wow. I wonder why.
That's okay.
Were you a Jehovah's Witness or something? I don't think they do anything like that.
Lori said she was stolen as a baby.
What? Lori, you better text in with that story.
What?
You were stolen as a baby?
Wow.
Oh.
Crazy.
Marquita says, I partied at the Playboy Mansion.
Pictures. Send.
Jamie said, I picked up dead people all during COVID. Never caught it. Jamie, what the heck do you do for a living? I picked up dead people.
He's a
What?
morgue. He probably
Do you
work at a morgue at the morgue?
transporter.
City morgue, maybe?
Oh, tell me more.
Oh, my gosh. My 2-year-old tossed his teddy into the lion enclosure at the zoo. The lioness gently picked it up and babysat it until the zookeepers could get it the next day.
That is a neat story.
How about that?
That is really cool.
Mike said he broke his unit while he was
I saw that. I don't know what he was
in the
doing.
middle.
I don't want to know.
That can happen.
I know.
I mean, it's never happened to me, but it can happen.
You hear about it all the time when they talk about crazy injuries at the emergency room. Matt delivered pizza to Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top to his tour bus outside the Hyatt downtown Columbus.
OSU had dinner with Toby Keith and Vince McMahon, which we're going to talk about the latter of
Yes.
that coming up in about an hour.
I sat next to, this is from Barbara, so I sat next to a 6-year-old boy on a flight back from California, and he wanted to show me his photos from Universal Studios. I was in his photos. We were there the same day. He must have been sitting 2 rows behind me at most of the shows. All right, that's quite a coincidence. Be on the flight with the kid.
Yeah. Captain Redbeard, I've never watched anything on the cock. Sooner or later, you're going to have to.
Kevin Braden did shots with Killswitch and Gage at Ozfest back in 2003.
Jamie did text back when I said he picked up dead people during COVID and never caught it. Jamie says, yes, he did transport, and then after that did pet cremation, and now he works at OWU.
Oh, wow.
You've had quite a career.
I was going to say, that's a run. Let's see. They keep popping in so quick.
I helped write, Nikki Newland, I helped write TV commercials with MTV celebrities for The Truth when I was 17.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Katie said she sang opera on a local radio station.
That's us. We love you, Katie.
Oh, Katie the opera singer, of course. Yes. She does. Dude, her rendition of Sloopy is just
phenomenal.
The best ever. I've been shot on, this is Shadows, I've been shot on purpose more than once. I've been hit by 4 different cars, and I used to shoot cannons as a career.
Wow.
Wow.
So there you go. All right, if you got more, you can text them in at 99-700. Right now it's 3 Days Grace on the Blitz. 3 Days Grace on the Morning Blitz, 7:55. Kelly, Lewis, and Rick. We got news coming up, but real quick, Lori wrote back in about being stolen as a baby.
Yeah, she said that my mother took me from my dad because he cheated on her. She forged documents to change my name. This is circa 1970. We were moving our bags that we got.
We were always moving.
Yeah, my bio dad showed up with the sheriff several times after we moved. I never knew why we moved so much until I met him as an adult.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? And
back in 1970, you could forge documents pretty easily, I bet.
Yeah, I'm sure. It was a lot when the world was a lot less digital. Cody said he got to meet Arnold Schwarzenegger, which was really cool as well. He sent some video.
Yeah, we used to be involved in the Arnold Fitness Expo every year here, and we'd go out and.
Did you go with your neighbor?
Did go with my neighbor.
It's right there on the paper.
My coworker.
Yeah.
And we'll meet Arnold.
I just want to be with.
Was not nearly as tall at that time. I didn't know how short he was, but
I just want to be in a situation with Arnold where we can be traveling someplace and he can say, "Get to the chopper."
Like for real,
for real.
Like you're really going to a helicopter with
yes.
with Arnold Schwarzenegger.